So Zero ponders over his new role as leader and... The doe and donkey are going at it again! I'm not sure that this is what God meant when he said, be fruitful and multiply. But yeah, Zero sets himself up to be a better leader, and starts listening to the needs of his subjects.
And if we modify the court's codes, we'll be able to reduce prison terms for all prisoners.
And investments in foreign currency must be respected. Everything I have is in the stock market.
And credits for small enterprises would be indispensable. Maybe not today, but someday in the future it could come in handy.
I think that we should regulate the use of drugs so that they can be used responsibly.
The animals are concerned about stocks, prison terms, and drug use regulations. How long before we see bats trying to apply for bat credit cards? Meanwhile, Noah and his family, yeah, almost forgot about them, didn't ya? Are having a spat about their situation.
Listen, old man, you are not shutting me up here for 40 days in the middle of this pond, feeding and cleaning up after those filthy animals.
I really have no idea what to make of this family dynamic. Either God's omniscience doesn't mean anything, since I would really think he'd be able to find a better functioning family unit than this, or... seriously, humanity really is just that messed up if this is the best that God could find. And back to the animals, where Zero seems to be getting the gist of governing.
To govern is to improve what is wrong, straighten out what is crooked, and make a better world.
A perfect world.
A perfect world.
Oh, alright.
In a perfect world, one we've never known.
But Panthy drags Zero away from his responsibilities, and honestly, could you say no to those? And God's still writing his book. All 3 pages of it.
Be careful. It must be suitable for all ages. It must be suitable for all ages.
Yeah, like I actually need an excuse to show this again. But things take a turn for Zero as he's framed for murdering one of his fellow animals.
Thank you.
He ate it. He ripped open its belly and then he ate it right in front of me and then...
Me? What are you saying?
You have dishonored us. You have violated the law that you yourself imposed by eating one of us.
But I didn't eat anybody! You have to believe me!
Do you believe that Zero is an honorable king? So then...
What are you doing? Let go of me!
So everyone go back to your rooms now. It's all over. There's nothing more to see here.
I hope everything has turned out as you planned.
Couldn't be better.
And so long as he's still banging you on the side, what does he care? Noah's family starts praying for a little help in the midst of this worldwide cataclysm, to which God happily obliges.
Of course. When they're in trouble, they remember I exist.
They're the only sole survivors of the entire human race, and they're in the middle of the ocean with a boatload of animals that could easily eat them. I think they're allowed to ask for help. But yeah, a little divine intervention might be nice, considering how they've gone so far off course that they're in Antarctica now. When God told Noah to preserve all species on Earth, I don't think he meant cryogenically. Zero's friends break him out of jail almost as quickly as he was put in, so that was all kind of pointless. And then they... this.
Akamateko! 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 Ateneteta nata! Ana ichichi! Akakititi la! Aupa! Aupa! Aupa nekupa neditite la! Hey!
Big-lipped Alligator Moment!
So, after whatever the hell that was, Zero puts a stop to the tiger and his cronies, and the Ark crashes into an ice floe. The animals disembark and start lighting torches, because animals know how to use fire now, I guess, and get the idea to light the ice on fire in order to free the Ark. Given their advanced thinking, why did Noah even need to bother with building the Ark in the first place? They all seem smart enough to build their own boats should they need them. The animals re-embark and leave the Antarctic animals behind, even polar bears too. And that little deader guy and his wife get left behind too. I'm so glad they were involved in this movie. They added so much to the plot. Anyway, one of Noah's pigeons returns with an olive branch. Pretty sure it was a dove he sent out, but whatever. The animals celebrate the discovery of dry land, and Zero and Kyrell wrap up their little love story.
Well then, I guess we should go to bed. Tomorrow we have lots of work to do.
Aw, just one more glass. It's not like it's the end of the world.
Kyrell.
Oh yeah, and Panthy's locked up in a cage. Is she being incarcerated for her involvement in the plot to frame Zero, or is she just shaking what her mama gave her? Don't know, don't care. So that was El Arca, and honestly, I really have no idea what to make of this movie. It's not a bad movie, but I hesitate to call it good too. Like with Romeo and Juliet sealed with a kiss, the quality of the animation in this really shows that it was a labor of love, but a love of what I'm not entirely sure. Noah's barely in it, his family's annoying, God comes across as terribly vain and insecure, even for a God that demands that there should be no gods before him. And while I have respect for kids' movies that treat their child audience with a bit more maturity, a lot of the content in this is simply not what you would consider kid-friendly. Seriously, Panthy is the only two reasons I would recommend seeing this movie. But the story of Noah's Ark is all about your faith getting through impossible odds when everything seems hopeless. It's just kinda hard to get that message across when you're too busy being distracted by sexy cat curves, is all I'm saying. See you later.
At first we were afraid, we were petrified, to think the world that we once knew was gone, and you're what's left to carry on. I want to take away your pain in a new world that's free from rain. I want to live, I wanna outlive you, dear, don't try to run. I wouldn't bother, if you come with me, I will be the one who leads you to the slaughter. Try to stop me if you can, I hope that you will understand that if I eat you, it's not bad, because it's all part of the plan. I want to live, I will survive, I won't let anybody say what I can eat to stay alive. My appetite is growing, and my teeth are very sharp. I will survive, I will survive. Hey, hey.
A pool full of mud, 2 females. That should be successful, right?
Hey, that's not a bad idea.